And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true. And got his man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Reed gonna... Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Ugo Amadi there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56, the muck, boys, 56. Check 56. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. The give is to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Open man, here is Cobb. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as in the run total.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Reed going to bring, and a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. See this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe Sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Touchdown! Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Jones. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there out of the running game.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Jones. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. A desperation heave for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass.
Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Again, it's Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
I got him.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So back at the midfield strike now. They'll come up 2nd and long.
Safety creek. 25.
They'll go again to Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff, running left is Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to try and go deep again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line. But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They run for it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Looking deep for Adams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're allows them to play with a totally different style and a different